The 2025 Tampa Bay Buccaneers were an interesting rodeo. They won their first 3 games by walk-off field goals, and they felt like a true contender in the NFC. But then, the bottom fell out. And I understand injuries played a major role, but the defense couldn't tackle at all. The offense started to really have its faults, and Mike Evans wasn't playing for them as he was injured. Now, the Bucs did have a chance to win the division. It came down to the final week of the season, but they lost it. And at 8-9, they saw the Carolina Panthers win the division with the exact same record as them. And that really had a lot of people speculating. Would Todd Bowles be back? How different will this Bucs team be? Well, it's not different in the ways we all thought. No longer there, Lavonte David, Mike Evans, but still there, Todd Bowles. It brings up an interesting question of, what exactly are the 2026 Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What is this team's ceiling, and what does Todd Bowles have to do to save his job this year, because it feels like it's a do-or-die year for him? Well, today, I'm going to answer some of those questions and preview the 2026 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To me, as a non-Buccaneers fan, I was sad during the free agency period for the Bucs. Not because of any move they made that they brought in someone that's just outright horrible, that's going to just completely blow up their team. No, it was Mike Evans leaving. Mike Evans, to me, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was born in 2001. I was too young to see that dominant Buccaneers defense destroy the Raiders in the Super Bowl. But I remember seeing Mike Evans getting drafted. I remember watching Mike Evans at Texas A&M, and I remember Mike Evans just being the most underrated player in the NFL for so long because no one could get him the football. And then we saw Brady come and get him the football and get him touchdowns. And then Baker came and still was able to do the same thing. He had so many 1,000-yard receiving seasons. He was so incredible that it's sad to see him leave. And we all know why he left. Mike Evans would not have left if he had faith the Buccaneers could be anything. The fact he left is a pretty big indictment on this coaching staff, in my opinion. And it's sad, and I'm sure Bucs fans wish Mike Evans nothing but the best, but you all wish he was still a Buccaneer. Now, they also lost Jamal Dean, who, very similarly, I am shocked is no longer a Buccaneer, as he felt like a career-long Buc. He went to the Steelers, and I don't think it's a major loss. Like, he's really, really good at man coverage, but zone coverage, modern NFL, he is outright a disaster in that aspect of the game. So losing him, I don't really think affects your defense. It just helps you modernize your defense a lot. Logan Hall, a good guy that I think will be good on the Texans, but nothing's going to majorly hurt you. Rashard White, that's really it. White is fine, but you replace him with Kenneth Gainwell, who is a fine, solid player. I think he was a little bit overestimated at his time in Pittsburgh. Was he worth the contract the Bucs gave him? No, he's not a $7 million player, but he will be utilized in a good third down role, and especially if Bucky Irving is struggling with injuries, he can come in and be reliable. He just won't be amazing. Alex Anzalone from the Detroit Lions has suffered injuries in recent seasons, but is a linebacker that can tackle, and that's something the Buccaneers very much needed. If you watch the back half of their season last year, they retained Cade Otton, and that was really it. They brought in Ashawn Robinson, Alquin Muhammad, Miles Killebrew, and that's kind of it. Like, Killebrew, I'm a Steelers fan. You guys have Danny Smith as your special teams coach. Killebrew's coming in. He'll probably give you one big-time pump block or one big-time just special teams play that's going to make you go, yeah, I love him. But that's it. He's not going to play on your defense. But he is a very good special teams player. Overall, I could just say the Buccaneers free agency was just kind of sad based off the guy they lost. And there's really no replacing Mike Evans as just the Buccaneers legacy-type player. Maybe you have better talent. Maybe Emeka Ibuka can be that reliable guy that gets 1,000 yards this year and becomes that number one option. That's very possible. But you won't just have it be Mike Evans, which I think is just sad. Now, as sad as I thought the Buccaneers' free agency period was, their draft was awesome. Ruben Bain Jr. You guys got Ruben Bain Jr. 15th overall in the draft. How is that possible? This guy had some of the best film for an edge rusher in a good bit. Like, Abdul Carter had good film, yeah, but his was really a lot of traits. You could see that. Ruben Bain It was just film on film on film of him wrecking dudes. And you got him at 15th, all because his arms aren't prototypical size. Here's a spoiler. His arms don't matter because he's a power rusher. He's not a speed rusher, he's a power rusher, which means guys are going to bring him in. He's going to get into people. He's going to be able to utilize his short arms to his advantage. Ruben Bain Jr. is going to be a beast in Tampa Bay. He was one of the few guys that I had written down of there's no way he bust because he's that good of a football player and he's got such an easy skill to translate to the NFL. He's good against the run. If he doesn't become that elite pass rusher, oh well, I guess he'll be a Jadeveon Clowney who's still in the league for a long time and just keeps on getting contract after contract and being a reliable player in the NFL 10 plus years after he was drafted. Then you look at Josiah Trotter. Trotter, I'm very interested in seeing this because the Buccaneers very, very much needed to replace their linebacking group. And that sucks. Levante David, losing him sucks because he was a career-long Buck, talented player, but clearly has become a shell of himself. I think Trotter is going to fit in perfectly. Why? He is fast speed. He will run downhill. He will go to wrap someone up. Maybe he's not the best in coverage right now, which is fine. He's a young linebacker. It takes some time for them to develop. But man, he is a seek and destroy-esque player. That's what the Bucs need. I'm happy they got someone like that. Ted Hurst III, a player I really liked as that go ball. Go ball, go ball, go ball. That's his job. In his job, he does really well. Maybe I would have not taken him here. I would have maybe waited for the 4th round, but I don't mind this because the Buccaneers have a really talented receiver room. You have Emeka Ibuka, you have Chris Godwin, you have Jalen McMillan, who I still really like, but you need that guy to really take the tops off the defense that can give you that threat to open up your entire passing attack. Ted Hurst can give you that. Now, Keontae Scott, a guy I was much lower on than other people because I didn't like him as a day 2 pick. Round 4, I like that value. Keontae Scott is Mike Hilton. For those who don't know who Mike Hilton all that well, he was a Pittsburgh Steeler for a long time. He was the nickelback that would come down off the edge and just wreck shop. Wreck the run play, wreck the passing play. He would be amazing going downhill. But when you ask him to drop back in pass coverage, it's very much an adventure, and he's going to get burned in the NFL. When he's in pass coverage, he's going to get beaten. I'm telling you this now, Bucs fans, he will have his issues. But when he's playing downhill, and that's where he excels at the most, he will make impact plays and help your team get off the field. And really, like, say he comes in on a 1st and 10, comes downhill, plays the run, and keeps it to, like, what, a 1 to 2 yard gain? That's 2nd and long. That gives you a better chance to get off the field on 3rd down just because he comes and makes a good play on the run defense. Then you have DeMont Capehart, who I didn't watch a lot of. My thought process really is I don't like Clemson's coaching staff all that much, so a lot of their players I really feel underachieve and are just off to such a late start when it comes to transitioning to the NFL. Billy Schrath, I liked him a lot. He was a 2-year starter, and he is a tough guy that will be very, very good at just that bulldoze in front. He's not the most agile guy. His lateral movement, not there. He's not a pulling guard. He is a move forward blocker, and he does that really, really well, and I think the Buccaneers got someone here in the 5th round that can really develop into something as a prototypical run-mauling guard. And Bauer Sharp, I didn't watch, to be completely honest. But overall, the Bucs' first 4 picks are really good and really smart, and I love their 6th pick. It's insane value to me, and it's going to work out great for the Bucs in the long run. Jason Licht, I believe, had a masterful draft. Now, looking at the Bucs, it's very interesting to make a prediction for them because I do like this roster a good bit. The receiving core is really, really good. Their tight end room is solid. Cade Otton is a very reliable tight end. You have a talented offensive line, one of the best tackles in the NFL in Tristan Wirfs, a good defense with a young stud pass rusher, in my opinion, Ruben Bain, some nice guys in the secondary. They have a lot of talent going for them. But I'm just left to the point that I think they're going to collapse at some point during the season. And a big part of that is I think Todd Bowles knows he's pretty much gone if they don't win a playoff game. And Baker Mayfield is most likely gone if Todd Bowles isn't retained, as I've been told this since like June, maybe even May it was when I first heard this. It is a long time coming that the Bucs are most likely setting themselves up to get a new head coach and a new quarterback. And I will say this, if I'm a head coach, like looking to become a head coach, offense coordinator, or just a former one that wants a good job, I mean, Jason Licht's a pretty damn good general manager, one of the best in the NFL in my opinion. He puts together good rosters year in, year out, and you get to handpick your next quarterback. You get everything going for you in the right direction. Like, it's an organization, a team that's just really waiting for that right head coach to step up and claim it. I don't believe that's Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles is a very talented defensive mind. I think he's a very good defensive coordinator. But as a head coach, it's just been very underwhelming with him at the helm. And I'm just led to think that the Buccaneers know that themselves. I think a lot of Bucs fans know this, and that maybe this year is going to be a disappointment. Maybe they're not going to win the playoffs. And I have them finishing third in the division because I just think this falls off the train tracks. I think Todd Bowles is fired before the end of the season. And the 2027 Buccaneers come back, they win the division, and they're one of the best teams in the NFC because that's how talented this roster is. They just need to get the right head coach in there. And I don't know who that is, but I'm very curious to see who they think it is. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, hit the like button. For new channel, hit that subscribe button. If you'd share this, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm doing 32 in 32 days. 32 NFL team previews in 32 days in a row. This is one of the final team previews to go up in this channel, so if you're watching this a couple days later, all 32 teams will be up. Every preview will be done. This was all recorded before training camp, so I can't wait to see how poorly these have all aged. But I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope y'all have an amazing day.